Hello, everybody, and I keep doing like the first intro I ever done versus the one that I should be doing because it's technically mine. Here we go. My name is Bigegogaming, and today we're playing 3 surgery games. Now, um, I a lot of these I had to deal with, and I might have to deal with. These 3 that I picked because they're the safest of the cosmetic ones. You look here. Go to all surgeries so that I don't get copyrighted for the boobas. The boobas. You can go here. I have. You can't see that. All surgeries. Oncology. Um, Cosmetic. Eyes. Gastric. The birth stuff. Whatever it is. Nail. Oral. Uh, and for this one, carpal tunnel. I should do carpal tunnel instead of whatever. I'll do what I have. Okay. So yes, I'm gonna go through a lot of these, the ones that will hopefully not get me age restricted. But let's go to laser hair removal. I'm sorry about how much gap is in between the windows. Or but we don't have any way of doing
Welcome to Surgery Squad's virtual laser hair removal. I'm Dr. Jeff, and I'll be assisting you with this surgery today. Everyone gets hair where they really don't care to have it. Fortunately for all of us,
that. Wait, what? They get them on their eyelids? Why you wax? Oh, that. Oh my goodness! I can imagine just getting your eyelids ripped out. Why is my nose dripping? I have a cold, so but yikes, ripping out your
have
eyes.
the option of laser hair removal. Laser hair removal is a non-invasive cosmetic procedure that uses a laser to remove unwanted hair. The energy from the laser damages the hair follicle, which reduces the hair's ability to grow. Although laser hair removal is an incredibly popular procedure, not everyone is a good candidate. The best candidates are those who have hair that is darker than their skin. Individuals who have a darker
Wait. Did you see that? His nipples are like this far apart. What the fuck?
complexion or lighter colored hair may have their skin inadvertently damaged by the laser. These individuals may also need more treatments to get rid of the unwanted hair. Our patient today is a male in his 30s that wants to get rid of some unsightly back hair. As you can see, he is an ideal candidate since his hair is darker than his skin. I've already given our patient special goggles to protect his eyes from the intense light that is emitted from the laser. To get things started, we first need to shave the treatment area.
Why? Have you ever dealt with this, by the way? I deal with it on my feet. Like, I have hairy feet, and it's gross. I hate my feet. I hate feet in general. My God, man. This is shaving foam. Big packets of shaving foam like this, or big containers of shaving foam like this, are not meant for shaving backs. Jesus Christ. Uh, I don't think I have back hair. You can't see back there, so I don't know. Are those just spots on my screen? I think they're just spots on my screen. Yeah, that's as low as I'm gonna go. Oh my goodness. Oh, the cringe. You're not even using the right razors for this. Oh, that sound. Oh God, that's not how it sounds like when you shave. Ugh. And you have to get better razors because I'm shaving as fast as I usually shave my my face whenever I shave. I haven't shaved in a while. And you're already getting razor burn. You should put cream on that. Have any of you had burn? I have. And when I was younger, I did something called Brave for the Shave, which I I did do a video on me shaving my head again and again. I did it twice on this channel already, I think. And but when I was younger, I did this thing called Brave the Shave, which I hope I'm not going to get in trouble for talking about them because I know I'm controversial and all that bullshit. But they left like a centi like a millimeter on my head of hair. So my dad, when I was younger, again, uh, shaved my head with a razor like this. Uh, whatever we had in the house because we weren't really that well off by like great razors like I can right now. But I had
Next, let's apply a topical anesthetic to the treatment area.
shut up for a second. I was talking. I had razor burn on the back of my head. I couldn't even lay my head on the pillow. That's how badly it hurt. And we put cream on it, we put ointment and all that. Your arms are just as hairy, but
to reduce the amount of discomfort our patient may experience.
oh yeah, pour that Vaseline on. That burns. We put cream, we put a lot of things on the razor burn, but nothing actually. Now you have to rub it in. You know that, right? Doctor Jeff. My God, this video is just gonna be long because I had to put this all over his back. It's gross, and I'm glad I didn't like gag yet, because usually I would gag, or I'm just trying to hold back here, one of the two. Do I have to, God damn it. Do I have to do his whole back, or can, okay, some of the surgeries on some of these surgery games, or even on, what's it called, Ed Heads, they do a lot of the extra stuff for, my God. I should have done it. I should have done another scary video instead of this, but I love your self promotion, Dr. Jeff. Like, the hospital uses all the doctor's own products that they make. That's so, like, that's actually irresponsible. That's so irresponsible to do that. Like,
Now that the topical anesthetic is
okay, I
applied,
didn't do it
we'll
properly.
need to wait about 30 minutes or so for it to take effect.
Oh my God, look at how red his fucking
The
back
anesthetic has set in. It's time to zap some follicles. The most important step of laser hair removal is to get rid of the unwanted hair using our laser. As you guide the laser over the treatment area, it shoots tiny bursts of energy which travels through the skin and is absorbed by the hair follicles. By doing this, we're damaging the hair follicle and reducing any future growth. Why don't you try it out?
Oh my God. We weren't here to do his arms, but it looks like we were doing them anyway. Oh, my ears are gonna hate me tonight. Okay, great. Why can't this window be popped up when we're done? My god, it looks like you have a giant back hickey. Look at that. Like, look. Looks like a giant back hickey. And I like how you can actually see, and how they actually put on, how they actually make, like, the parts where the skin is thinner and there's no muscle is darker, and then the rest of it, it's kind of cool. Okay, I can't get behind there. So
Perfect. Are you sure you haven't done this before?
I'm
After the
sure.
procedure has been completed, our patient's skin may appear red or irritated. Luckily, this lasts only a day or so. It's extremely
Lucky.
important to avoid the sun or use sunblock for a few weeks after the procedure, and avoid any plucking or waxing of the treatment area. Immediately after the treatment, our patient can apply cold compresses to the area to help alleviate any discomfort. Within a few weeks after the procedure, he may notice some new hair growth from the treated hair follicles that were inactive at the time. Because of this, our patient may need to undergo multiple treatments. Most individuals receive a total of 6 to 8 treatments before achieving desired results. The overall results of each treatment rely greatly on an individual's skin tone, hair type, and growth phase of the hair within the treatment area. Laser hair removal may not prevent hair from growing completely, but after multiple treatments, it can significantly reduce the amount of unwanted growth. And that's laser hair removal. I couldn't have done it better myself. Why not try your skills in another surgery here on SurgerySquad.com.
Next is rhinoplasty. Now, have you guys ever broken your nose? I have, but I never needed this. I just set it and got it. Now I probably have breathing problems and whatever else, but probably why I snore at night. Man, I'll be terrible with roommates. Like when Austin was sprawled here on the floor, I apparently talk and snore in my sleep. So, yay for me! Why am I doing this? 2 at a time. Oh my god, whatever. Okay. Let's go back to game screen. Hold on. First, I would just like to say I love that this loads faster on this my new computer. Well, it's been a couple months already. It's been since like November, October, that I had this computer from. But this game, or these games, I tried to do this once before and it never loaded. It never loaded, and it's not like it takes up as much as Minecraft. And Minecraft, even then, like, I had to wait until like the whole world loaded in around me, and then if I ever moved any which way, it would absolutely kill my old computer with the mods and stuff. Now I haven't actually tried like an actual like modded regular survival in a while, so as of recording this, but
Welcome to Surgery Squad's virtual closed rhinoplasty surgery. I'm Dr. Susie. Today we will be performing rhinoplasty. It's what's commonly referred to as a nose job. In this cosmetic surgery, our patient is a young lady who's looking to change the shape of her nose.
young? I don't think so. I can't move the actually. Can I set up the camera on the other side? Um that in place for right now. Okay, I'm learning.
We'll perform a closed rhinoplasty procedure to reshape her nose into something she finds more appealing. Some surgeons will perform this surgery using a local anesthetic and sedation, which makes the patient numb and in a dreamlike state.
Morphine! Give me morphine! Oh my god. How many times has my actual biological father been in the hospital over his lifetime? He's like, give me more morphine. I'm like, you have an addiction, man. Get help. Um, but and that's whenever you're in that state, it's always a thing. I mean, like even even when I was in hospital many times over the last decade, like the later part of the last decade, like from let's say 15 on, I was in and out of hospital a bunch of times because of different things that my family got scared about. Um, like I had um what's that called? Um, the thing that collects seeds, or that was supposed to be for collecting seeds, but your body doesn't actually need it. I could probably find it on here. Is it gastric? Um, um, what's my phone? Shoot. Um, how do you spell digestion? Hey Siri, what is that thing called that collects seeds in your body? Hey Siri, the digestion system.
The human digestive system consists of the gastrointestinal tract plus the excess.
What is the organ of the colon that collects seeds? Okay, so I had a diverticulitis is I think it's called. Um, can we go to Google Translate or something to read this out? Um, I'll do it on here.
Diverticulitis.
I think that was what it was.
Diverticulitis.
But me not sure. Because that's not how I've heard it said before. Um, Appendicitis, that's what it's called. Let's go to WebMD. And that's that little thing, because that's called an appendix. It's it's like 7:50 in the morning, just or 7:55 in the morning, just. So I had an appendicitis, but it went away. Uh, part of like part of how great my body actually is. Um, but uh, if you guys ever have it, um, you should actually see a doctor. But the symptoms include pain to your lower right belly or pain near the navel that moves lower. This is usually the first sign. Loss of impetency, which means you can't control your piss or shit. One of the two. Nausea, vomiting soon after belly pain begins. Never had nausea or vomiting because I do have an iron gut. Like I can eat most things that people would scour at, but there's even some things for me that will make me gag and stuff. Swollen belly, fever of 99 to 102 degrees. Can't pass gas. Uh, Less common known symptoms were are dull or sharp pain somewhere in your upper lower belly, back, or rear end. Painful or difficult peeing, vomiting before your pain starts, uh, severe cramps, constipation, or diarrhea with gas. So yeah, that's I've dealt with this. I don't a lot of these symptoms I did not have. So I went in and out of hospital for like a good couple months there, and they didn't know what it was because like having such a strong like body and then can actually take a great deal of pain. I don't actually know what could be the end of the world uh, or or just something minor because my body can endure a lot, um, and it's actually wearing on me that because my body can has taken a lot, uh, that I've noticed more and more problems, and I just live with the pain because it's not even that bad of pain. But for any normal person, they will. And if you had a mother that wasn't in or wasn't a doctor or anything, you would have been in hospital a lot more than me because my mom was a doctor, a pretty well respected doctor for the most part. But yes, this is, and then there was the medication uh, debacle of what year was that? Like it, it was like a couple years into my channel that I was in hospital, but I actually made a video about it. Um, After everything settled down, I was in the actual hospital room instead of just the emergency. Um, but we found out there. I go to back to webcam here. We found out there when I posted that video back in whatever year that was. That uh the meds gave me or attacked my heart. So in a sense, I had a heart attack. Uh, from that was medication induced because um it, because autism, when you have autism, a lot of people take medication for it. Uh, Otherwise known, it's not really medication; it's more like hardcore drugs that could probably kill you if you had to take as much as I did for a young body, even though my body is actually um like um physically much older because of the abuse it's taken, but all the cells are still very young, and taking that all those meds, and I've recently cut down again because I don't want that and I don't need that because, like I said on the podcast that was posted on YouTube here, um, that I didn't actually have some of the diagnoses that the doctor at age 3 or whatever age it was diagnosed me with, and giving any child medication is like very bad, I think. And I've seen just kids being so spaced out, like and I should do like a dedicated video to like this, but right now is not the time. So let's get back into this. It's already been like 40 minutes, and 20 minutes was me chafing that guy's back, and another 20 minutes of me just talking out my ass here. Okay.
I prefer to work with a patient under general anesthesia and completely asleep. What we're doing today is reshaping the bridge of the nose. Our patient feels it's too wide and doesn't like the hump on it. The thinning of the nose is called an infracture. I'll bet you can't guess what the widening of the nose is called. All right, I'll tell you. It's an outfracture. Some patients may also want the tip of the nose reshaped. That's called typoplasty. But as I was saying, this patient only wants an infracture and some reshaping. Easily done. To begin this procedure, we need to open the nostrils as wide as possible. We do this with a retractor. Can you place the retractor in the patient's right nostril?
Okay, I can.
Now with the nostril opened wide, we'll make an incision inside in a crescent moon shape. That will allow us to access the bones and cartilage that make up the nose structure. I've made the incision. Can you use the forceps to remove that portion of the nostril?
Yep.
Surgeons must be hyper-vigilant when doing this portion of the procedure, as it can damage breathing and sense of smell. To reshape the nose, we're going to chip off the dorsal hump with a chisel tool called the osteotome. We place the osteotome at the base of the hump and then carefully tap on it with a small rubber mallet. This has to be done very gently and takes a careful touch. I'll position the osteotome and you tap the end with the hammer.
I should have said if you're squeamish and there should be there should be a warning in the beginning of these, but I'm not great with editing. If you're squeamish to any of this, viewer discretion is advised. Ooh.
Now that the hump is loosened, we need to pull the bone and cartilage out of the nose. Use the tweezer-like forceps to slip it out of the incision. Now that the bump is out of there, we need to smooth the edges on both sides with a rasp. The space left by the bone we've removed is referred to as an open roof. To close the open roof, carefully tap the osteotome along the path that I've marked. This breaks the nasal bones so we can reposition them. Tap the osteotome once each time I reposition it on the left and right nostrils. Now that the bones are broken, I just take my fingers and reposition them to close the open roof. Because we made such perfect breaks, the bones slip right into place and the nose is perfect. A few stitches to close up the incisions, and then we place nasal airway splints in each nostril to hold things in place. Steri-strips go across the nose, and an external nasal splint is added to hold everything tight.
I've heard that those splints that you put up the nose, they look like whatever, or another way is like banana shaped splints. I've heard they hurt going in and hurt more coming out. I never had to get a nose job. I've crushed my nose before. Well, I didn't. Someone did, but I just, like I say, repositioned it.
Patient will have some bruising and minor pain for a few days. We'll remove the splints in about a week. Most of the swelling will be gone by then, but there can be a bit left for a few months. And there we have it. Thanks for coming by. Catch more of my great surgeries here at surgerysquad.com.
Okay, I should probably close some of these windows. So now we're doing, what was it, hair transplant, which...
Welcome to Surgery Squad's...
I'm already starting to go bald. So I try to actually give as much hair as I can to people who need it, I guess. I think that And correct me if you're wrong, if I'm wrong. I think that people who just get wigs just want to look uh, more or less I, um like they're not sick or anything like that, and that's fine. Like I have nothing against people doing that, but I'll still donate because I feel bad for them, and I know they probably don't want me to feel bad for them. But I feel bad that they have to go through all that, and just something to bring up their self esteem and confidence. I'm okay with doing until I have no more hair, and then I'll feel bad because I can't do that.
Virtual hair transplant. I'm Dr. Susie, and I'll be assisting you with this surgery today. A hair transplant is an outpatient procedure that involves transplanting hair follicles from one part of the body, known as the donor site, to the balding part of the body, known as the recipient site. Although hair transplantations are typically used to treat male pattern baldness and restore eyebrows, beard, or chest hair, they can also be used to fill in scars caused by accidents or surgery. Today we'll be using the strip harvesting method to treat our patient's male pattern baldness. Strip harvesting involves removing a small strip of scalp from the donor site under local anesthesia and transplanting the pieces or grafts of the scalp into the recipient site of the patient's head. Before the surgery, our patient was advised by his doctor to avoid using any medications that may result in a poor take of the grafts. These medications include, but are not limited to, aspirin, ibuprofen, and antacids. Alcohol use and smoking before and after the surgery can also result in poor graft survival. To prepare our patient for the procedure, we'll need to first shampoo his hair with an antibacterial agent to help prevent any infection. I think you can handle that.
Don't you just love good old Jeff promoting his products again? Don't forget to shampoo the beard and face. That should be enough. You can rub it in. That seems a little bit.
So fresh and clean. Thoroughly rinse the patient's hair and we're ready to get started. The next step is to define our patient's target hairline. Go ahead and outline where we want the patient's hairline to be.
Oh. Why not make it flat across?
That looks good to me. Let's prepare the donor site. We'll begin by trimming the patient's hair in that area. Now that the patient's hair is trimmed down, we'll need to mark the area that we'll be removing. Great job! Inject local anesthetic into the marked injection sites to reduce the amount of discomfort our patient may experience.
Alright.
Great! He won't feel a thing! Now we'll need to remove the piece of scalp we outlined from the donor site. Use the scalpel and cut along the line to begin the process. Next, we remove the piece of scalp from the donor site. Make sure you have a good grip.
Oh.
Once removed, we'll prepare the piece of scalp for grafting by dissecting the individual follicles. But before we do that, why don't you go ahead and suture the donor site?
Did you ever not want wrinkles in the back of your head? Just go for a hair transplant.
Great, let's get to some dissecting. The first thing that we need to do is cut the removed scalp into sections. We'll dissect this one section of skin while our medical assistants take care of the others.
Yes, please, thank you.
Let's remove the individual follicles from the donor material using a pair of tweezers and a sterile razor. Nice job! This step is repeated thousands of times to get each follicle prepared. I'll have my assistants finish up. To prepare the
That reminds me of in school when we got to dissect things.
recipient site, you'll need to first inject a local anesthetic into the scalp. We don't want our patient to be uncomfortable. Now we need to make tiny incisions into the recipient site so that we can place the grafts into the scalp. Use the microblade to make the incisions in the recipient.
My God, this must be very tedious work.
Perfect. With all of the incisions, it's getting a little messy there. Let's get that cleaned up. Much better. Use your tweezers to pick up and insert the hair grafts into the recipient area.
Oh my goodness. Like I said, very tedious work, probably.
You're a natural. Now that you've got the hang of it, we'll repeat these steps for the remainder of the recipient site.
Thanks.
After the procedure has been completed, our patient will be prescribed antibiotics to prevent wound or graft infections. For up to a week after the procedure, the donor area may be sore and some numbness may be experienced as well. Our patient can also expect moderate swelling and redness during this time. Shampooing of the recipient area is typically started 2 days after the surgery. This is important as it prevents scabs from forming. If scabs do form and are left to bond to the hair shaft, the newly transplanted hair follicles may be lost. In about 10 days, our patient will return to have his sutures removed. During the first few days after surgery, almost all of the transplanted hairs will fall out due to shock loss. Shock loss occurs when the hairs are traumatized by their relocation. Within 2 to 3 months, the patient can expect new hair to begin to grow from the treated area.
That wasn't even at all what we carved out of his head there on with the marker. It was like wee and wee instead of like and then coming down like this here.
and continue to thicken during the following 6 to 9 months. And that's hair transplant surgery. Why not try your surgical skills in another surgery here on SurgerySquad.com?
That was actually really quick. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of me going off tangent and playing random, not so random, surgery games, and what this will probably be called 3 something or 3 surgery games, just because. Hey, why not? Why not keep on the trend of doing three games in one video? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Check out the links down below. To Twitter, Patreon, anything and everything is down there. Twitch, which I live stream most of the time, like every day to every second day, most of the time. So go check me out there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.